Hey guys, check it out. Another new radio from Radioddity. This one here is a CB900 Pro. Now, I've been playing with this one for a few days, and I'll just tell you, it is a super cool radio. The meter, I love the meter. I wish they would have put this meter on the QT40. This is a fantastic meter. It gives you a frequency counter, and it gives you the signal meter. I have it set to this one, but in the menu, if we press and hold that channel button, it gives us display type in that screen. Press it again, and we can change it. There's bar graph, which key up the microphone and get out of that menu. So you can have a meter that looks like that. Actually, let's go to... it's quiet today. DX is kind of low. I was hoping to see that signal meter jump way up, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. If we go in there again, click it again, we have the classic meter, which the classic meter is just what it says. It's a classic looking with the frequency counter right below it. You'll notice that it shows a D there. We'll get into talking about that in a little bit. Let me go back in there one more time, because I really like this meter. So we'll go back to that meter. Up on the top we have the noise blanker and A&L. Next to that we have the noise reduction circuit, which is very easy to use. Set it down to set, turn the channel knob to change your settings. Press the channel knob and it brings you to transmit noise reduction. If you were using it in the car as a mobile radio, that would probably be very useful. When we get back, press it again, we're back to the receive noise reduction. And we can just put it back to noise reduction and leave that on. And my little block of wood's going crooked on me. Next to that we have the Vox. So you can access the Vox right here on the face of the radio. Again, a great feature if you're using it in the car. Next to that we have the CBPA and weather band switch. Then we have the AM and FM switch and the channel 9 and normal. And we also have a receive and transmit indicator. Down on the bottom we have a standard 4-pin microphone jack, and I believe that's wired the same as a Cobra 4-pin. Next to that we have the volume and squelch, mic gain, RF gain, and talkback. They added talkback right here on the face of the radio. And as we already saw, there's a menu available. If you press and hold the channel button, the meter changes over to a menu. And we already went through the display type. We have display mode, so that when we key up the radio, we can have it showing the RF output as a meter, as the standard meter would do, or you can have it show the SWR. We have the microphone type, the electric, or the dynamic. Dynamic would be a 500 ohm mic, and the electric would be the 1000 ohm microphones. We'll put that back to the stock. We'll go over that microphone in a minute. Next we have the scan type, echo, and the echo volume and the echo delay, weather alert, and RF power. We'll discuss it a little bit, but inside of the radio there's a jumper to be moved, which again we'll talk about that more in a little bit. We have FM deviation, we have timeout timer, SWR warning, which I currently have it at 6 to 1. We have the PA RX path. Oops, I keep doing that. Just press it once to access the sub menu. Internal, external, off, or PA. I guess that's where the sound would come out of when you're using it in the PA mode. I thought we already saw the automatic squelch and weather squelch. 5 kilohertz. That's I keep forgetting that just quick press it to access the sub menu. Yeah, we just have on and off. Reset, key beep, which if you wanted to make noise every time you change a channel or turn the radio on, you can. Roger beep, and I believe there's a choice of 6 different beeps, and there I go again, long holding it when I shouldn't. I keep forgetting just to access that sub menu to just press that button once. Yeah, there's choice of 6 different Roger beeps. The dimmer, and we're back to the display type. Now we'll talk about RF power. There's a jumper inside on the board. There's only one jumper there. You take it off of pins 1 and 2 and move it over to pins 2 and 3, and it enables this RF power in the menu, so you can have low power or high power. On my meter is showing about 3.5 watts on low and about 8 watts on high, both with a couple of watts of swing. Now let's get out of that, and we'll talk about another thing that happens when you move that jumper. See that little dot that's there? We have channel 7, and then we have 0.7. If you watch the frequency counter over here, on 0.7 we're on 27.045, 0.035. It gives you the alpha channels. It enables all of the alpha channels. See, there's another one. And the one almost everybody knows about, where channel 19 is actually on 27.185. You can access 195. But now, after moving that jumper, when I turned on the radio, if you watch that channel display, see it's showing a D? And also, if we go back into that menu and we go back to the screen, where is it? Did I pass it already? There it is. If we go to classic, key up that mic to get out of there, there's a D that shows up there. Well, that got me thinking that this is more than just a 40 channel radio with the alpha channels and a high setting in the power. Well, I did every combination I could think of buttons on the microphone and buttons on the radio and turning it on while holding, and then all of a sudden I went, how about this? And look at that. If you double click the channel selector, the band shows up on the screen, and then you can either go through them with the channel changer on the radio or on the microphone. And if we look at that frequency display, we are on band A, we are on 25.845 megahertz. Oh, our menu went away. And if we go, let's go to the highest one. Alright, that's got to be the highest one. And yeah, because I'm way down there. If we go up to 40, we are now, you see it, we're on 30.105 megahertz. Oh, I didn't notice that too. It has the AM and FM indicator on the screen. And we double click that again and we can go right through all the bands. And band D is the standard CB band. And again, just quickly key up that microphone and it brings us out of that menu. How cool is that, though? You open up that band and open up that jumper, just move it over to pins 2 and 3, and we have a radio that will key up at 8 watts and access all the alpha channels and go from 25 megahertz up to 30 megahertz. It's super cool radio. I know I'm going to be playing with this one for a while. I've been having fun with it, and I'm going to have a lot more fun with it. I'm going to take that bottom cover off it now, and I'll show you inside, and I'll show you where that jumper is. The radio upside down and the bottom cover off of it. And you see that jumper right there? That's a jumper that you move. From the factory, it's on pins 1 and 2. Pick it up and move it over to pins 2 and 3. I almost forgot to show you the microphone that comes with the radio. This is the new style Radioddity microphone. Up on the top it has the channel up and down buttons, and on this radio the PF button controls what you see when you key up. So we have it so we can see SWR or your signal. Alright guys, that's it. That's the Radioddity CB900 Pro. It's a brand new radio, and oh, this is just, it's a fun little radio. It really is. Receives very well. Great choices in the menus. I love the screen that they decided to put on this. That signal meter is fantastic. Let me just go back in there one more time. Let me put it back on the one that I like. I wish it looked as good on camera as it does in person. In person, it's crystal clear and easy to see. On the camera, for some reason, I have tried everything. I have tried moving that radio right up close. I mean, you get the idea of how good it is. It's just for some reason, my camera does not want to focus on it. Alright guys, I'll leave links in the description of where you can purchase this radio for yourself. I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.